Is Sydney property in freefall? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. Let's check out this article from Yahoo Finance discussing a $315,000 drop. The suburbs leading Sydney's property market fall. So is Sydney property in freefall, everyone? Is it going to come crashing down? Well, let's look at the current asking prices in Sydney right now, and allow me to reload this page from SQM, and we can see we're obviously going down. We've reached a peak and we're heading down again. If we have a look here, 3 bedders are now 1.49, so 1.5 million. And if we go back in time, so that's from 100 grand shave from February this year. It's going down, everyone. So you've reached a peak. Now, what we want to do is, whenever we look at the prices of anything, let's go back in time. I'm doing that with my share portfolio. I look at, okay, the market's going down. It's all red. Fear, terrifying emotions. Let's get everyone scared. Just look at your portfolio in its entirety and think, okay, so I've gone 6 months back. Oh, well, whoop-de-doo. How far back have we gone here? So there we go, around about September 2021. If we go even further back to this spike back here in 16, no, we didn't quite. 2017, we didn't quite reach the same level. So here's the thing. When we're talking about property going down, reaching a peak, we need to think how far back in time we're going, particularly since we had, well, a crazy run up, guys, with the Reserve Bank helping juice the market. So among other things. So let's have a look. Sydney is one of the fastest cooling capital city property markets, with affluent regions leading the fall, according to a new Domain report. So it's the ritzy, posh suburbs that are the first ones that are starting to lose their shine a little bit. And then those of us on the Red Rooster line, a bit further inland, will start feeling the pinch as well, particularly in Sydney. Hey, Sydney might be, I don't think it's ever going to be affordable, to be honest. Everyone, it's Sydney now. In Sydney's ritzy eastern suburbs, the median house price dropped $315,000 since its peak in June 2021. Despite suffering an 8.5% decline from the peak, the median house price of 3.4 in Sydney's eastern suburbs is still $612,000 higher compared to the pre-pandemic induced trough of June 2020. According to the, but you want to look at what the price was further back than that. Who cares about the pre-pandemic trough? That was, I guess it was an opportunity for some people. And the question is, even if we lose 20, 30%, how far back in time are we going to be? You know, there are people waiting on the sidelines, hoping for like a 60 or 70% crash in property. And I left a comment on Mike's channel this morning. He was talking about high rents on the Gold Coast. And you've got to think about it. The rents that people are getting on some of these spec homes are nuts. And the yield that you're earning is gonna act as a support level in the price of property. There's going to be a point where that yield is attractive, and the mentality of property being Aussie gold, it's going to drive some people there. But isn't it the pattern that Sydney and Melbourne always fall down, and then more people, look at Brisbane, Perth, Adelaide, and all the second-tier cities and go, why don't we invest there? Or more sensibly, why don't we move there and have a happier life, not slaving away as much with better weather? According to Domain data, house prices in the city and inner south have also dropped by 2%, losing 40 grand since the peak of 2021. The median house price in this region is now 1.9, which is still 428 grand higher than prices early in the pandemic. High prices in Sydney's northern beaches are also starting to fall, losing 0.5% since the peak in December 2021. Around 14 grand. What? Who cares? Has been wiped off house prices in the region. 14 grand, so nothing. Other areas seeing significant falls include Sutherland region, median house prices 1.6, which has seen a 5.5% drop since December 2021. Ryde has seen a 4.9% drop since December 21. The median house price is now 2.2, with 115 lost from the average house price. House prices in Parramatta. The median house price of 1.15 has also seen a 4.2% decrease. So how far will house prices fall? Let's see what they have to say. Sydney saw the sharpest house price growth of 40% from the trough in June 2022 to March 2022. But the report shows there are now signs of reprieve for buyers trying to enter the market. House prices across all Sydney suburbs experienced an increase in price over the past year, ranging from 6% to almost 58%, widening the wealth divide between homeowners and non-homeowners, and stretching the ability of others to upsize, Domain's Chief of Economics and Research, Nicola Powell, said. It's pretty easy to find $1 million suburb in Sydney, with many regions having none below that price. Yeah, I mean, it's just getting crazy, isn't it? If you see how these things are built, guys. While the market for both houses and units is cooling, Powell does not expect to see a drop below pre-pandemic levels. Historically, downturns have been shorter and less severe compared to the preceding upswing, she said. We're expecting the slowdown in price growth to continue and purchasing conditions to improve for buyers, but it is unlikely we will see a return to pre-pandemic prices. There you go. New South Wales buyers want. According to the keyword analysis conducted by Domain, people want to live by the water. I can understand why you want to, but it's also, I guess, I'd rather have views than being right on it. Well, I've got kids. That's what terrifies me. Whenever we go to family members that are on the water, that's what worries me. Waterfront, view, river, and beach all ranked towards the top of keyword searches on the real estate website. Sydney-siders also wanted outdoor space, with a garden, courtyard, and balcony high on the wish list. However, people in regional New South Wales are less concerned about these features. Well, because you don't need to specifically look for those features in regional New South Wales. You go buy a big property out a bit further inland, you're going to have all of that, except the beach. The working from home revolution continues to fuel demand for dedicated workspaces, with study the second most used keyword in Sydney. Yes, well, that's definitely a shift that we're seeing. So, guys, let's have a talk about this. So, Sydney property, we're starting to see the jewel of the Australian property sector start to lose a bit of its shine. It's starting to fall down a little bit. But will it be enough to be dramatic and to make it affordable to the average punter? I would be surprised. Honestly, if we see any real drastic moves in property that, well, would generate fear and create bargain opportunities for normal people, there'll be intervention long before that happens. I think we've seen that now. I think there's enough evidence now that the government is willing to, well, go into debt, sacrifice the opportunities of future generations just to keep it going along. And we've got Labor in charge, so it's not going to be any different than Liberal. I know some people are there hoping that there'll be a difference, and they're going to learn. They're going to learn a lot, to be honest. We'll have to see. We've got to remember as well, people's purchasing power is going to be eroded as interest rates continue to go up. And will that cause people to sell, or will they do everything they can to fight to keep their property? I think people are more inclined to do everything they can to keep it. Investors, well, it may be a little different. They may just up the rent. Because remember, we've got a rental crisis too. Isn't it awesome? Everything going on at once. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support us, there are a few ways you can. You can financially support us via joining us on YouTube or Patreon, using any of our referral links, buying our pocket squares, or calling us if you need an architect. Take care, guys. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode. I wonder, Brisbane property is still going up. I wonder if that's ever going to return to normal prices. There you go. Well, there are more voters that own property than don't. Just remember that.